audit guy got him in trouble for?
Hell yeah. It's the Law Maniac Podcast.
Welcome back to the show. Hell yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me give it. There we go.
There we go.
Oh shit, like that? Drinking on the set? I guess since these guys are cops, they can just do what they want. Man, we have a good one today. So you guys get your favorite snacks, grab a drink, because we're about to get started. So we found their first line of defense against auditors and cop watchers or freedom fighters or whatever you want to call yourself, journalist, whatever you want to call yourself. We found their first line of defense, and it's this guy. This guy basically says, I know what you're doing. You're here to cause trouble. And that's the same thing that these guys are doing.
In trouble for?
Right?
Hell yeah.
Right?
It's the Law Maniac Podcast.
Welcome back to the show. Hell yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me give it. There we go.
There we go. Boom.
Boom.
So I want to get right into it. Listen, for some of you guys who know, or some of you guys might not know, if you follow the channel, we were invited to go on the Dr. Phil show.
Don't trip, homie.
Sir.
What constitutional?
We'll get back to you fools here in a minute. First, we're going to take a look at your guy, right? The bootlickers guy. This is their first line of defense against freedom because they want to eradicate freedom because they don't like what they see, right? So this is what they want to see right here. This guy.
Section, yeah, we do. It's called.
No, we don't. They're privileges given by the government.
It's called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, sir.
Which are not. They're privileges.
It's the Charter of Rights and Freedom. Section 2.
Sir, this isn't the United
Section
States.
2. Sir, man, I don't want to talk to this guy. Why? Can you ask him to
Hell yeah, pawn slave. Definitely, bro.
go away from me?
Then go.
Can you ask this gentleman to leave me alone,
Call
please?
the police and they can remove me from talking to him. Sound good?
My name is Julianne Bernay.
Hi.
So moderators, just so you know, the original channel is Niagara Accountability, and this is a really good video. And I want to go back and forth between this video right here and the video that they're talking about, all right? So we're going to go to where the guy comes up and starts acting stupid. Here we go.
Filming, yeah.
No, it's not.
If you're making a documentary, a movie, or something like that.
If I'm in it, you need my permission.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Hey, if people come in the chat and start talking crap, let them, folks. Let them. It makes for good viewing, you know. It makes for good arguments. And like I said, this guy right here is the kind of guy these other guys would rather see. These guys right here.
Dr. Phil show to talk about First Amendment auditors.
We prefer to call them frauditors. They go
Billy
by
Angel.
auditors.
Yeah, we'll be respectful. We'll be a little
Yeah.
respectful. So we were invited. I could not make it because I teach law enforcement related classes throughout the country. And I had a gig that week after I had prior engagements. So my man Tristan took the reins and he did it.
Baby.
Absolutely.
I would have loved to have been on there with you.
So these guys are basically talking about accountability for all and Sean at Long Island Audits, and they're talking all that crap. And basically they're saying that everybody goes in there to cause trouble. Same thing this guy's saying.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not, sir.
You're up there.
Sir, why are you even approaching me, sir?
Because you're in here bothering me.
Why are you escalating things? I don't understand why. I'm not yelling or
I know what you're
you're starting to raise your voice, and
Brother, I know
it's
what
making
you're
me a
doing.
little fearful
I
for my
watch
safety, sir.
I watch a lot of people like you on TV. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to escalate something so you can sue and do whatever you want. You got to film the police. I don't know if you noticed this, but the police aren't here.
I know.
So why don't you go down to the police and go film them, sir?
Well, I was at the courthouse earlier.
Well, why don't you go back there?
I don't have to, and you don't get to tell me where to go, sir, respectfully.
Well, you don't get to either, so I guess I'll stand here in front
Well,
of you.
you
then.
can do that, and you
I
can
will.
become the star of the show if that's what your intent is.
If you put this online,
Oh, I definitely
Without
will be
my
putting. I
permission.
will definitely be putting it online, and I don't need your permission,
yes,
sir.
you do.
No, I do not,
It's called
sir.
film rights.
Sir, you need to.
Let me fix this argument once and for all. And this is what the frauditors, troll channels don't get. These other guys, right, that hate freedom. These guys that hate freedom.
On there with you.
It would have been a great time. It really would have. Tell them what the producer told you if we were both on there, their biggest concern.
Let's fix this argument once and for all. We, as creators on YouTube, we have the ability to put what we want and what type of content we produce, whether it's news, whether it's educational, entertainment, right? And so these news organizations, they get paid when they put people's images on networks or whatever because they're out in public. They understand that. So when we produce videos on our channels, especially if these videos are educational, we're doing it for educational purposes. We can generate revenue, ad revenue, and there's nothing they can do or say about it. I mean, clearly the guy is dumb, right? He could have easily stayed away from the camera.
Sir, you need to
I went to school for it.
you
I
need to
learned
calm
it.
down, sir.
So unfortunately,
Sir,
you're
you need to
telling me
calm down.
I hear that argument over and over again on the troll channels talking about that, and they're totally wrong about that. I mean, they want to stop freedom for everyone. They don't like one kind of people or certain kind of people, right? But you want to take away their rights, you got to take away everyone's rights, and they're pretty much doing it anyways. So, these guys are out there trying to enforce feelings. Is that what this country should be? Enforcing feelings? Is that what we should be doing? Enforcing feelings?
And you don't have any authority over me, sir, so you can't tell me what to do.
You don't have authority over my
I'm not trying to tell you what to do, sir.
Yes, you do. You're telling me that you're going to use my property, my likeness, for your own.
Well, you insisted on approaching me, sir.
No, I did not.
If you don't want to be on a
This is not
camera,
a
sir.
public
My brother.
place.
Yes, it is. It's a public library, sir. If you don't want to be,
Out there is public.
there's no
Out there is
expectation of
public.
privacy in a public place, sir.
Out there is public. Out there is public. This is a facility.
I don't know why you approached me, sir. I had no interest in
I
you
don't
at all.
like people like you because I know what you're trying to do. You think
So-
you're smart, and you think you're funny by saying, "Oh, you're."
I'm not trying to be
this and
funny,
that.
sir. I'm just trying to
You're the one who's
do what I'm
escalating.
doing. I'm just
You're
trying to
here.
film my
No
do
doubt.
my filming.
You are here, which you don't need to be. There's no reason for it. She already asked you not to film it. You're over here filming these things, making it like you're out. We know what you're doing.
Never been here before, and I'm
know,
documenting
nice
my experience.
excuse.
And my
Nice
experience with you, sir, is
excuse.
not
Nice
very
excuse.
positive.
This right here, guys, is the face of the frauditor troll movement. This is the face of frauditor troll movement, guys. This the leader right here, final boss and shit. This is the final boss, guys. If we can overcome this final boss, their whole plight is over, done. Call it a day.
You know what? My experience with you right now is absolutely BS because you're lying through your teeth.
Sir, do not.
You are lying through your teeth. You are a liar.
Oh boy.
You are a liar. Go bug some other.
Ma'am, this man is harassing me. Can
Then
you
call
do
the
something
police.
about that, please?
Then call
I have
the
not
police.
harassed. I've not approached anybody.
Then call the police.
I've not approached anybody,
Then
ma'am.
call the police and film them.
You guys all approached me.
Then call the police and film them when they get here. Alright? Like, why?
I'm not even listening to you anymore, sir.
Good.
Good. Thank you for leaving me alone.
That idiot is not dumb. We'll get back to him shortly.
Concern.
Yeah, that Dr. Phil wouldn't get a word in edgewise.
I don't understand that. Right? You think we talk a lot?
I mean, appropriate amount
Yeah.
for a podcast group.
So here's the deal, man. I'm excited. I know you can't talk too much about it because we don't want to give
didn't
certain
tell me
things
anything.
away.
They
All
didn't
right.
tell me either.
I want to interview you. I want to talk a little bit about your experience. So
Yeah.
So when you first show up, man, what happens?
Oh, brother.
What's going on?
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil show, first class experience. They, a little bit of it,
Yeah.
with my profession and our profession, what we do, you kind of feel.
I'll say this. I haven't seen the video. Shit. If I would have went on there, I would have hit nothing but home runs. I wouldn't have let Dr. Phil, these two bootlickers, or anybody else in that show control that segment. I would have absolutely fucking destroyed it. How do I know this? I used to not be confident with what I know, how I speak, whatever. Try to sound all professional and shit. Didn't work out for me. I don't give a damn. So I just started saying things how they were and started putting what I see, and I went to go speak at a university. I did pretty good. When I went to David Nino Rodriguez's channel to do a podcast episode, I killed it. I thought I was going to get hammered over there by all the bootlickers. And the whole conversation started with, I back the blue. I got family that are cops. I back the blue. But I understand and love what you do. Can you tell us more? Bam. That was like, it was badass to see a lot of his supporters who were all pretty much back the blue supporters. They were on board. I was letting them know things like, man, we shouldn't have military names. They shouldn't be using military names like sergeants, lieutenants. It's like, we're not supposed to be at war with the people. Like, wow, I never thought of that. And I just pretty much showed a lot of things. And you bring facts, the facts that we've been able to produce with our channels, right? Of course, they're going to want to highlight all the dumb shit that we do, right? But, what can I say? I speak to big auditors on the phone sometimes, and they have this idea in their minds that there is no community. I don't want to be a part of anything that you're part of. We are not a community. And I get that. And I'm like, you know what, man? I can't blame you for thinking that way, because there's people that do a lot of dumb shit, right? I personally do appreciate the fact that this unofficial term, First Amendment auditing, brought us all together, a lot of people. A lot of my subs and supporters go to a lot of other channel subs and supporters. A lot of us have shouted each other out, linked up with each other, stuff like that. So we kind of became a community, right? An unofficial community. But I get it. Nobody wants to be a part of a community anymore. What can I say? These guys are a community. They're building a community, anti-frauditors and shit like that. And they got a lot to say. But in reality, I mean, what are they going to do? Stop freedom with their first line of defense and final boss right here? This is the guy, crybaby, right? This is what they want right here. Crybabies that want people to enforce feelings. They want cops to enforce feelings. And that's the way it's been.
Crazy. Getting all worked up over a camera. I bet there's cameras all over in here. It's all right for you guys to film me, but it's not all right for me to do a little filming of my own.
This is the gentleman right here.
Yep.
Right
here I am.
Right here. Would you like to state your name, or are you too cowardly to do that?
No, I'm not going to give you my name, sir.
Oh, so you're too cowardly. So
No. Why should I give you my name? You obviously have ill will towards me, sir.
Proud of what you're doing, sir.
I am. I'm protecting our Constitution.
This the kind of guy that watches our videos, and he does, right? This the kind of guy that watches our videos and roots for the cops when they're violating our rights, right? He wants the guy to just give up his name. Damn.
Constitutional rights, sir.
What constitutional rights?
What constitutional rights?
Yeah, we do. It's called.
No, we don't. They're privileges given by the government.
It's called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, sir.
Which are not. They're privileges.
It's the Charter of Rights.
This guy's face deserves to be on t-shirts everywhere. What constitutional rights? Fuck yeah. Homie. Screenshot. Fucking t-shirt. I'll be selling these motherfuckers $19.99 soon. What fucking constitution?
And freedom. Section 2.
This isn't the United
Section
States.
2. Sir, man, I don't want to talk to this guy. Why? Can you ask him to go away
Be
from
proud
me?
of your guy.
Can you ask this gentleman?
Be proud of your guy. Frauditor Trolls team. You know what I'm saying? Be proud of your guy right here. This your guy right here. This y'all's people right here. You guys like to group everybody together. In reality, man, like, that's why nobody wants to be called an auditor no more, because people do a lot of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I can't disagree with you guys, man. I can't disagree with you guys, right? I'm still gonna look at it in terms of trying to help the man who's struggling, or the person who's struggling to fucking grow their channel and highlight, this type of shit. But like I said, I did speak to a bigger channel, and he's smart and right about a lot of things. And one of the things he said was a lot of people, as soon as they start a channel, they pick up a camera, they start doing the dumbest shit ever for clicks and views. And I'm like, I can't argue with that. I've seen it happen over and over again. And so I get it, man. And, what do? You want to help everybody, even if they don't have bad intentions? Well, in reality, there's a goal here. The goal is to empower the people to know what their natural rights are, right? Even if it's the simplicity of the fucking Bill of Rights. And do you empower yourself when you know this shit? Hell yeah. It's a whole different ballgame. And motherfuckers would not understand it unless they grew up in the hood when cops fuck with you all the time. If you ain't from the hood, you don't get it. You don't get it why people should be empowered. And many people are not from the hood and they get it, they understand it. But when you grow up and you're constantly fucked with, hell yeah. This shit is an empowerment and it feels fucking good. Right?
I'm going to leave me alone,
Call
please.
the police and they can remove me from talking to him. Sound good?
The leader right here.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
I'm trying to read here.
What I
Well,
would
this
ask
guy-
is that, if you could take the
You do got some idiots in the hood too, though. I'll say that much. They don't record police. You know what I'm saying?
conversation
should start.
out into the hallway or
Please ask him to do that. I'd like to know.
I don't want to have a conversation
be
with
told,
this gentleman.
audits.
He approached me
I
and
agree,
was
bro.
harassing me. Could you please ask him to leave me alone? Could you, one of these nice security ladies ask this gentleman to leave me alone?
So
Why
what I
don't
would
you
ask
call the
is
police?
the police.
I don't
are
need
on
the
their
police.
way.
Good, cool. I'll stand right here then.
Well, I'll wait for them.
Okay, so what I would ask is just that we keep our voices down.
I'm trying to keep my voice down. He keeps raising his, man.
So I'll stay in this general vicinity just to make sure that we keep the peace as we wait.
I have no ill will.
Let's go over to these knuckleheads and see what they're talking about.
Kind of feel like, am I coming out there to get railroaded? Am I going out there? Am I going to be like, there's nerve
That's
to it
interesting,
because,
yeah.
You have no idea going on what side
You don't know.
anybody's on.
Right.
So you're just going out there and they said, hey, look, they basically say we would like a law enforcement professional who's dealt with First Amendment auditors in the past
Yeah.
to come on the show and give their opinion.
Okay.
So as being a cop, giving your opinion is a very dangerous thing.
Well, and so explain, why do you say that?
Well, because, when we work under the letter of the law, giving your
When cops give opinions, it's a very dangerous thing. Let me explain why. Because the truth is, you might expose yourself. That's why. It's a dangerous thing because you might expose yourself. Hell yeah. King Charles said, RPM Trey Vietnam gave you a shout out today. A heck of a shout out today. Hell yeah, man. I love that dude. That dude right there is badass. Moderators. If you guys can grab RPM Trey Vietnam's channel and hook that link up, just give him a few subs. Why not? Let's hook everybody gets subs from here, y'all. I'll create moderators so you guys can help each other out. Fuck it. I ain't greedy, homies. I ain't greedy.
opinion can be very dangerous. And the law is what the law is.
Career ending. At
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It can cost you your livelihood. And so the opinion, when somebody asks you that, is we're told not to give an opinion.
So you get on there, and so
Yeah.
you're worried about the opinion because, again, how many cops have been fired for social media?
On duty, you're not supposed to opinionate on political issues anyways, dumbass. And your opinion will probably expose your ass. And there's a lot of cop channels out there, right? A lot of cop channels out there. The same propaganda over and over again. Over and over again. Same shit over and over again. They try to word it differently, but there ain't no way around the truth that the people have rights. The people have a right to be annoying. The people have a right to disagree. The people have a right to talk shit. You know what's funny is whenever I talk shit, people get all butthurt. And sometimes I do it on purpose. I say what I want. I'm an asshole. But I'm free, right? I feel free, right? But let's not be hypocritical. Me, just unlike most of you, we pay taxes when we have to. I still want to drive my automobile or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be a hypocrite here and act like I'm some kind of, the freest man ever. But I do what I want. And I don't want these guys trying to figure out ways how to take away my freedom. I don't want that shit.
Post over the years. Right, so we had to get permission from the chief.
Obviously got permission from the chief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
And the one thing that we don't do on the show, if you realize, we don't spit out the agency we work for a reason. We just don't want any conflicts or anything like that.
Idiot.
It's not hard to find out, but we cannot promote.
You probably don't want to get fired, Folio. Look at that face of a guy who's acting like he's telling the truth.
That sort of.
I told you guys we're going to have fun here today.
We don't want to hurt our brothers and sisters in blue.
Absolutely.
We don't want to affect anybody in our area for what we do and what we say. So
100%.
we're just trying not to, you come at us all day long. We put ourselves out there.
I can handle it.
We're just trying not to hurt anybody else who works near and.
If you guys put yourself out there and you guys can handle it, and I'm gonna shout not gonna shout you guys out, but I'll show your channel, the Law Maniac, right? These guys are talking smack, and I'll do an interview with them. I'll enlighten them on some things if they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, they have a community against people who practice their freedom. But why not open a dialogue without a moderator like Dr. Filth or Phil, whatever his name is? You know what I mean? Who's a bootlicker? Look, like I said, I did that podcast with David Nino Rodriguez. Immediately they're like, I backed the blue. I was ready for it though, and I fucking hit hard on that one. I should have went on that shit. I wasn't invited, but hey, that's all good. I still haven't seen it. I don't know if Josh and whoever else was on it, if they did good. I can't wait to see it. But in reality, like, I'm not saying I would have did better. I'm just saying I know what I would have brought to the table on that shit. And I'll bring it to the table every day on my channel. And I'll interview these guys and I'll let them know some of the things that I know and have seen. Patterns. Because I see things in patterns, folks, and you can't deny it sometimes.
Roundup.
So you get on the podcast, you get on the show, and you said you're a little bit worried initially. And if I can, before we get started, if I'm going to divulge this, Tristan called me about 4 or 5 nights before.
Yeah.
I was in Biloxi, teaching a class in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yes.
Let's get to the
and he didn't know, if I may. I know because of some of the things you said. He didn't know what he was walking into. He didn't know what side they were going to lean on, if he was going to get ambushed.
Yeah.
We didn't know which frauder.
Come on, fool. You should have known. When it's mainstream, they always back the blue. Even in the movies, the cop's the hero at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, I don't know Matt Thompson. He talks a good game, right? I don't really know the guy. I don't know. I know he's a cop still, right? I think he's still a cop. Most of those cops that do that kind of stuff, if you listen closely, they still have the same propaganda. You know what I mean? And let me ask you this. Has Matt Thompson acknowledged that himself, more than likely himself and his department, his chief, every other cop that we see, they don't know, not even the First Amendment of the Constitution? Has he ever talked about that? I don't know. Let me know if he does.
I'm sorry, which auditor was going to be on the show. We didn't know. So, we were just a little unsure. So basically, we just talked. We said, listen, we gave talking points that you didn't even get a chance to because the show moved so fast. Right.
I had 30 minutes worth of dialogue. I was easily ready to spit out and ready to roll, and it was not that kind of
It was just quick.
Yeah, quick. Not that kind of party.
So you get there, so you get there and you do your show, and talk to me about the experience. Like, what was it like? How did they treat you?
Oh man!
And then we'll talk about the auditor that you spoke to. What your opinion of him was?
Josh.
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 From what's the name of his?
Accountability for All.
Accountability for All. Yeah. Accountability for All. And so we'll talk. Let me ask you. Well, let's talk about Josh for a second.
Hey man, I'm ready. I'm ready for that. If they think they're heavy-handed in their approach to what we do, hey, I'll bring the fucking fire. I'll let them have it. I'll let them know, all the things that we see cops do. How can you deny some of these things? A lot of them ignore, oh shit, not that video, because it makes cops look bad. So they ignore it. They won't show that.
Obviously, our opinions on what they do. We've talked about this.
Absolutely.
And how I feel that these guys are destructive towards. Yeah, they're just They're
Towards
bullies.
what?
We're not fans.
Right.
We're
They're
not fans.
bullies.
We think there's a better way to do what they're doing.
Right.
Not that
He didn't finish that sentence. They are destructive towards what? What are we destructive towards? Freedom? If there's somebody that wants to end freedom here, it ain't frauditors, auditors, it ain't people with cameras and journalists. It's people that want to end freedom, people that get their feelings hurt. People that get their feelings hurt want to end freedom. What up, John Eagle? Right or wrong? Hit that thumbs up if I'm right, y'all.
what they're doing is illegal.
It's not illegal. They're just bullies.
Most of the time,
Ouch.
it's
It
not
hurts to
illegal at
say
all.
that.
It's, in fact, it's their right to do it. However, it's just we have a problem with the way they do it.
Sure. So what was your...
And-
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me just say, I give this guy props. I give the guy Josh props because,
Really?
yeah, I think he knew what it was going to be. I really do. I think he knew he was going to go on there and that people were going to be
He's
against
going to
him.
get bashed.
Yeah,
That's got to be intimidating, whether you're on his
Phil?
side or my side.
Dr. Phil on
Well, let's go to your buddy over here, guys.
Will or real intent, man.
You are a liar. You're
So, the people that go in there with cameras, they do it wrong, according to these guys, right? So this guy with the camera, who's been respectful, who's been asking questions, who has not raised his voice. What about the kind of people that you two other guys are empowering? This right here is what you are empowering. Feelings over law. That's what you want. This guy right here is the final product of what you guys are fucking crying for. And not you guys in the chat. Don't get mad. I'm not talking to you guys in the chat. I'm talking about these other two guys that we were watching. These guys right here.
to his
This is what they're fighting for right here.
you're doing nothing but ill will. Are you kidding me?
Ma'am, who's the person that's being disorderly here?
Okay, so what I would
This is what he does though. He'll walk in.
Perfect timing on that, huh, guys? I didn't even plan that, but that was perfect timing.
He'll do all of this and then pretend like we're
Gio,
friends.
thank you, bro.
These people are all over the internet.
So I'm just coming into this situation about halfway through. So what I'd like to do is wait for the police to get
Aw,
here and
Bob.
we can discuss it at that.
Sure.
Go look at their channels and watch them, Bob. You don't have to be here. Bob, this is a live review, my friend. Get involved. Right?
Okay, so if you would like to stay in this general area, that's okay, but perhaps some distance might be a good idea at this time.
He's free to back up.
No legend, guys. I'm just a dude.
You want me?
Thank you, though.
Well,
I see.
no, I'll go somewhere else. I'll go start exploring the library.
Well, how about a seat in the lounge? That might be a good place. It's comfortable in that area.
No, I'm fine. I don't need to sit down.
Maybe I don't feel comfortable walking around filming people.
Well, you know, there's
doesn't-
nothing in the Constitution or
He doesn't feel comfortable with the guy walking around, right? But it's okay for the cameras that's right there, the other cameras, to record him. And now, is he guilty of the same thing he's accusing the other guy of? Doesn't he have a phone camera in his hand? Or am I tripping?
a charter that says you have a right to not be uncomfortable, sir.
You're not allowed to film inside of places like this.
Yes, you are, sir. It's a public building.
It's not
There's
public.
they have a little sign there, but anybody can make a sign. There's no law attached to that sign.
Yes, there is. The public is out there. So I went to school for film. I had to learn all about the legalities of filming inside of places like this. I'm telling you.
Well, that's commercial photography you're talking about. This is not
No,
commercial
it's not.
photography.
No, it's not.
So we do have a policy, and we're going to discuss that once the police are here. But you do have my word, sir, that we will follow up with this. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I'll stand here and watch them.
All right. So I hope you don't mind that security, and I will just be here just to make sure that there's not a problem.
Yeah, no, I got no problem, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm just going to go look around.
Okay, so we do ask that you don't film individuals or
Uh,
staff members at this time because they do.
Well,
the
ma'am,
library just expecting
just
to have
so
a
we're
You see
clear,
one of mine?
the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and Regina, and there's case law, R versus Zarafinitis, which says that we are allowed to film public employees in the course of their duties.
What's funny is how this woman is talking to him. The man who's not being loud, the man who's not doing anything illegal. He didn't walk up to anybody, get up in their face, or raise his voice. The one who did, the homie to the other guys, and the face of the fraud or the troll movement, The one that started all the bullshit is back there, acting all innocent, relaxed, while the tyrants are trying to kick this guy out. Right? He's fucking chilling like, fuck yeah. Get him out of here. Fucking freedom fighter, motherfucker. Piece of shit. Goddamn stupid camera holding son of a bitch. Right? Hey, and these guys are over here cheering him on. They're cheering him on. Let's hear some more from these guys.
On to his credit, because I always appreciate anybody who is a diehard law enforcement fan. Dr. Phil, he'll even tell you he bleeds blue.
All right.
And,
He bleeds blue.
Really appreciate that. The first thing Dr. Phil said to me when they bring you up on stage, whenever it's your segment, they bring you up, you go up, they introduce you to Dr. Phil. The first thing he said to me was, "I really appreciate your service."
Wow.
And that means something to guys like us, because it matters when a person like that.
We have 127 likes and 2 thumbs down. Hell yeah. It ain't bad.
Just says, just thank you.
Sure.
And it matters when anybody says it, honestly. Anybody out and about who says it, they, you really appreciate it, because
Yeah, you don't sign up for this job for that reason.
Shit, I just seen Long Island Audit's comment. He says, "We believe in your right." Oh no, that's not his comment. It's his comment's over here. "To say that I provoke interactions and hate law enforcement just shows that neither of you have really watched any of my videos. I have videos where I do trainings with law enforcement and ride-alongs to show the good side. I respect good law enforcement officers who honor their oath. Trey is a liar and was paid to go on Dr. Phil and spread his lies. Your opinions are unfortunate and my opinion, flat out wrong." Well, right here he says, "I respect good law enforcement officers who honor their oath." But what's funny about that is, out of all the officers who I've asked if they know at least the First Amendment, which is part of their oath, fucking hardly none of them know it. And it took me 7 fucking years to get a cop in my town to know the First Amendment. And he's an avid watcher, right? He's an avid watcher. Let's read what these guys say. "We believe in your right to film in a public space. We believe that cops have a duty to understand when they can and cannot demand ID. We are embarrassed when cops don't know their jobs. But do you talk about it? We have zero problem with anyone testing our knowledge of the Constitution. It's our job, and we should know our jobs. We believe that the police should treat the community with respect. We have been consistent on this, mentioning this on our videos and or platforms. We disagree with auditors treating people poorly, especially those who are not in law enforcement. We disagree with auditors belittling and harassing anyone. We disagree with auditors baiting people into an altercation. We believe that everyone has the right to live free from harassment, whether from police, auditors, criminals, or anyone else. As we mentioned in this video, what auditors do is legal. We are simply disgusted by anyone, including cops, who hurts, bullies, or belittles others. While it may be legal to be an asshole towards others, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. But let's talk about something. Drum roll, please. Let's talk about this real quick. Cops are under policy to be professional. The people are not. Until the people break the law, there's nothing the cops can do or anybody else. Sure, people are annoying. We're not going to stop people from being annoying. I can't stop someone from listening to country music. I can't stop somebody from listening to hip hop if I don't like it, or classic rock or 90s music. Let me just say, I like songs from all the genres, but if I don't like something, I can't stop it. So what you guys are saying is, you don't like it, you don't agree with it. What do you want to happen? Get rid of the First Amendment? Because at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. Let's go back to your number one guy, the leader of the movement of the
their duties.
fodder their
We'll
haters.
have a chat about that once the police are here, but I would just ask out of respect.
And that guy back there, he has the backing of the government. You know why? Because the government likes the way it is. The government likes for things to be the way they are right now. That's why. Let's keep watching.
Just maybe to leave them out of your film for the time being.
I'm not interested
Wow.
in really, the only people I'm interested in filming are the ones who come and talk to me. I was perfectly happy being left alone to do the filming I need to do, to get my B-roll footage.
Sir, that's like walking up to a bear, poking it, and saying,
Do you see what we're up against here?
So we do have a policy, and we'll discuss that once the police are here. But we would just ask that you refrain from filming individuals. In this
I'm not
case.
interested in filming any of the patrons.
Okay, so I hope you won't mind if myself or security just goes with you, just to make sure that that's
Oh,
not
sure.
happening.
This other security lady that was here a few minutes ago has been following me all around the building.
Okay. So this is Ruth, and Ruth will assist you with
Hi, Ruth.
that. Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah. I'm not going to give my name out at this point. It's you can call me good citizen or sir or something like that. But at this point, I'm not going to be revealing
The guy in the Batman shirt is the superhero final boss of the anti-auditor movement.
my identity.
And we'll
You know what's funny is the First Amendment audits, a First Amendment auditor, it's unofficial. The shit's made up out of thin air. It's unofficial. How the hell is an unofficial term trigger so many people? People are fucking making up names for a made up name. You didn't think about that one, did you? The shit is unofficial, right?
try to protect that, okay? So Ruth will be going with you if you choose to film in other spaces at the library.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, thank you.
You've been very, very cordial with me, ma'am, so I have no problems with you following me around. Okay. Now this guy, he's a little bit crazy. He's losing his mind over a camera.
Good to see you,
This is a guy
Accountability
that
Angel.
Probably commit a criminal act of assault or something like that on me.
Right?
Simply for filming, as is my right under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So apparently the police are on their way, so we're gonna hang around till they show up.
What's up, Ash?
And
Oh yeah. Got friends out the UK up in this
not pointing
motherfucker.
my camera at any individuals that have not approached me.
Oh yeah. What's up, KP?
Not interested in any people unless they approach me.
We'll get right back to you, brother. Let's go see what these fellas are talking about still.
For that reason. There are reasons
Yeah.
why I signed it. It's all I wrote in my book. The whole first chapter is about why I took this job
Yeah.
and why I do what I do. But you know, when you
Oh, I see. Shameless plug there, huh? How much is your book, bro? Just tell us.
see the videos, you see the news, you see the media, you see the protests.
Yeah.
You know, you realize, and I didn't sign up to make friends. I signed up to make a difference. And so,
That's right.
You know,
These
I
guys-
love that.
I love that. Oh my God, I love that. I'm gonna just make a shirt out of that, right? I'm gonna get that tattooed. If he says that, I'm deleting my YouTube channel.
saying,
Bro, make a shirt.
Got it.
Making a shirt. First Law Maniac. First Law
Well, yeah,
Maniac.
that'd be
merch.
good. We should do that.
That's
we should
going,
do that.
bro.
But that's why we signed up, and so I know that people are.
Difference. Oh my God.
That's right. You like that, huh?
I
just came
love
up with
it.
that shit. Boom, like that.
Is that it?
That just happened.
I'm getting a tattoo.
So you know, I now completely lost my train of.
That was fantastic. I'm getting a tattoo.
I just predicted that shit. What? These guys make up sayings to coddle themselves and shower themselves with this blue line propaganda, right? They're gonna make shirts out of it now and make a tattoo. Blue line propaganda. Hell.
It just happened.
But you know, no, I give the guy credit. Josh, I give you credit if you watch this. If you ever watch this, His subscriber base is huge, by the way, not ours.
Well, we've got 15 subscribers now, right? Or 20? Are we up to 20?
24.
24
Yeah.
subscribers.
It's almost getting hard to call them all.
That's right.
It's hard to call them back. But no, he knew he was. I think he knew. I didn't know, but I think he knew he was going on there and going to get beat up, and he did.
Yeah.
Everybody was against him.
Yeah.
The audience wasn't for him.
Okay.
Dr. Phil was definitely not for him.
not for
But
him.
Dr. Phil felt the same way we did.
Yeah.
You know, you can get your point across without being
a bully.
Without
Harassment.
being a bully.
Yeah.
Without some of the
You could get your point across without being a bully. Does that go both ways, bro? Does that work both ways, bro? Why are the cops always arriving on scene in a hurry with a bad attitude? Give me your ID or go to jail. Do not question authority. We're not going to play court on the side of the road. Bro, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And they're under policy. They're supposed to be professional at all times, but they treat the people like shit. That's a fact. Let's talk about that, gentlemen. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on that? Let's see.
antics, without some of the hey Josh, you know, I said it, you know, the tough talk to the older people and whatnot. And
Now, I've only watched one or two of his videos, and the one video that I saw after you told me that, you know, it was him, I pulled up the video of him where essentially he got that older lady fired from her job.
I don't want to be filmed.
Shut it off. No, we can't shut it off.
Listen.
Fuck it.
I'm not kidding.
There's National Grinch Day. There's National Grinch Day today. Is that to
You know
tell?
what? Can you please shut that off?
No, it's silly.
What do you mean no? Get out of here. Listen.
Be serious right now.
It's hilarious.
Hello. So they're celebrating
So,
National Grinch Day at 4:15 in the
Who's
town.
better, right? They hate Josh because what he's doing, right? They hate Josh because what he's doing, but this is what they want instead. Instead of Josh, this is what they want right here. Watch.
Seems very, very upset that I have a camera.
Sorry, brother. We'll get back to it. We're gonna definitely give your channel a shout out, guys. Make sure to go subscribe to this guy. Moderators, mount up.
What I found interesting was you have a section on genealogy. Really
See?
as good as
Man, look, this guy's even making her smile now, having a great conversation. You know, this could have been the most boring audit ever, and he wouldn't have got like but 10 subs from this, maybe less. But thanks to that idiot, you guys that hate freedom are the reason why we're fucking growing. Your little communities are growing too, but this community, what community, right? There is no community. This movement, what movement? What do we call this? This freedom-loving people who want freedom, who just crave it. People are sick and tired of paying high taxes for garbage and trash, and nothing gets cleaned. Everything is fucked up. Enforcing feelings. That's what we're paying for. Everybody's sick of that shit. It's time for everybody to get empowered. Ooh. Right? And make people smile with your freedom.
he probably should be.
Yes, a lot of that collection was donated by the French Genealogical Society.
Oh, wonderful.
They, it's housed here, but they maintain it and ensure
Right.
that those records are available.
You like that, Moderators, mount up. That's my new shit right there.
Yeah. It's very nice.
We are not freedom fighters. We just mount up and help channels grow. Shit. Help the competition. Because there isn't competition between each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting deleted. You're not leaving with that. You're going to be deleting it because if we put it on YouTube, that's commercial. So it's getting done.
It's only commercial if I make money. Yeah, I don't even want to talk to him, man.
Maybe we can
Yeah. Let's not say anything to that idiot.
I want these things.
thrive.
No, I'm not. You're going to end up being the star, but I did not come here
Fuck
with the
yeah,
intent of
that's-
making anyone star. Just came in here to see how well government employees respect our charter rights.
Would you mind maybe taking this out into the hall? I think you've kind of done your filming in the library.
I understand that, but I have a right to be here. I'm a member of the public. I have a right to be here, ma'am.
Understood.
The issue seems to be the camera.
So she tried to kindly enforce the other guy's feelings because the guy's over there still fucking crying. And this guy told her respectfully, No, thank you. She understood. You know what I mean? I kindly disagree, ma'am. No, thank you. Right?
What we'd like to do is just avoid escalation.
Absolutely. I'm not here to escalate anything.
We cannot end freedom to avoid escalation. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm here to calmly and peacefully exercise my charter rights, ma'am.
Are you crazy? You're escalating the situation by doing what you're doing. If you really don't want to escalate the situation, you should just...
This gentleman seems to be mistaken that he has some sort of right to privacy in a public place, ma'am, and that's not the way the law works.
Everybody's rights, right? You say you're trying to stand up for everyone's rights, but here you are infringing on everybody's rights, but you want us to respect yours.
What rights of yours am I infringing on, sir? What rights is enumerated in the Charter of Rights am I infringing?
You are getting my private information.
I like that. Let's.
Visage, which is my own.
Ma'am, yeah, I don't even want to talk.
Nice, bro. Drop me the link, Brandon.
Take this outside, or maybe we
I
can
would
just
like to,
wait
if you guys want to leave. You must go outside.
So maybe we can just curb this for the time.
I think I would just like to wait for the police. This gentleman is making me fearful for my safety.
Oh, you poor baby.
He's been very animated. He's
Okay, so what we can do is move you to a different location for the time.
well. I have a right to be here, ma'am. I'm going to stay here.
They're still trying to stop freedom.
You know, we are waiting for the police to come to help deal with
Absolutely, absolutely. I think probably there.
Let's get back to these guys over there. The guys who are going to advocate to stop freedom in its tracks. Where are we
The
at,
town
guys?
hall steps. Are you the Grinch this year?
Definitely horseshit.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you find, and then you put a video on it, and then you brag about it, and I think to myself, why do you find enjoyment and pleasure in somebody else's pain? What kind of human being would do that? So there are levels of auditors. You got Chili, who just downright screams, yells. He's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
You got that Long Island auditor guy, Sean. He's a smug asshole. And then I saw this guy's video who got somebody fired.
Yeah. So we were kept in.
Wait a minute. Who got who fired? In reality, it doesn't matter if you're smug. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are smug. I myself have been smug before. I'm guilty, right? But who got who fired again? Who put their hands on who? You know what I'm saying? When we put our hands on people, especially if we got a camera in our hand and you don't like us, we're going to go to jail. We already know that. But other people put their hands on us. Oh, fuck, let's turn the other cheek. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Just let it be. Right? Just let it be. People get themselves fired because they think that they can go around hitting people, do what the fuck they want. The government has our back. The government has our back, so we do what we want, and the people they don't have no freedom. They no longer have freedom in this country, so.
Separate hotel.
This is what I was going to say. Go ahead.
And I think he thinks that we were kept in separate hotels because it was like a setup. Josh, I got to be honest with you. I informed Dr. Phil after watching one of your...
It's a true story.
I informed Dr. Phil show after watching one or two of your videos that it would be their best decision to keep us apart. Period. Because I didn't.
I'll tell you why. Because in reality, cops always advocate for violence. The back the blue crowd, they always advocate for violence. He should have just complied. Well, he'd still be alive if he just complied. Fuck. Just comply. Now, I get it. You're a fucking let's say you're driving a car, you fucking smash into all kinds of people, bam, bam, kill a couple people, bam, bam, smash the motherfuckers along the way, bam, bam, and the cops need to get the motherfucker because he got out of the car and he's running, and they have to fuck him up, bam, get down, motherfucker, boom, bow. I get it. But cops are doing that shit all the time to people that don't deserve it. You got a fucking taillight out. Get out of your car. What the fuck? My fucking taillight is out, you son of a bitch. Give me a fucking ticket. Let me be on my way. Motherfuckers are pushing it, fishing. Oh shit! What? Damn! You goddamn fucking man of color. You must have something illegal. Fucking get out of the car. Oh shit! Pennsylvania versus Mims. I will pull you out. Psh, psh. Get out, motherfucker. Oh, trying to pull you out while you still got your seatbelt on. Bam, bam. Look at the guy they punched in the back seat the other day. Holy shit. Boom, bow, bing, pow, bing, pow. Damn. My website's almost done, folks. I'm gonna show the most violent police videos ever seen. I'm gonna start highlighting those videos, and I'll have a website we can all hang out over there and shit, right? So let's keep watching a little bit more. Yeah, and that's why they separated you guys. Josh ain't gonna go up to you and punch you, bro. If anybody's gonna punch anybody, it's you motherfuckers that are used to doing that shit. When was the last time you see people go and punch people for no reason? Right, Josh? Josh just hopped in, folks. Josh ain't gonna go into the hotel and punch you, bro. He ain't gonna do that. Auditors or cop watchers, people are not known to just go around and kick people around for no reason. You guys are. You guys beat the shit out of people for no reason.
An interaction that would go negative for either one of us.
Be honest, bro.
I don't want you in the fucking mouth because I was literally I watched.
Even his homie knows he's all lying, right? Let's go back to the guy that these guys want to lead. They want to end freedom so that guys like this can exist. Let's go back to him.
They're needed.
The guy in the Batman shirt.
Here and myself, and we're willing to stay with you until they arrive.
I haven't done anything even remotely like I'm gonna do anything physical. You're just saying that crap on video because you think it makes you. You're not even the patriots, sir. The real patriots are people actually standing up to people like you who are trying to come in here, piss up someone's leg, and tell them it's raining.
This guy. So this is what all the cops and all the bootlickers and the frauditor troll channels and all that, this is what they're advocating for. This is what they want. This guy right here, trying to enforce feelings over law. This is exactly what they want. This is what you're gonna get. If they keep trying to end the First Amendment, this is what you're gonna get. Everybody crying, arrest him, arrest the guy, right? Fuck, Batman to the rescue over there. Where's Robin, motherfucker? He needs Robin, guys, to finish the job.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm no threat. I'm no threat to the library. Ma'am, is it possible to get a copy of this policy manual?
We have one right here for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Great, wonderful. Thank you.
Is that the policy you're referring to?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's code of conduct. Yeah. So this is our specific policy related to film and photography.
Okay. Can I get a copy of this as well?
Yep. We'll have staff print one for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
This is what they want, guys, right? This is what they're advocating for the people's right, the freedom, the First Amendment to be there, to record, to ask questions of our government officials, whether it's a fucking library, whether it's a fucking post office, whether it's the DEA, FBI, DMV, all that, the alphabets, right? Every government installation, agency, even the ones with contracts. Don't you think we the people need to know where our money's going to, where it's being allocated, misappropriation of funds? Fuck, those words are too big. I don't understand you, San Joaquin. I don't get it. The hell are you talking about? I'm trying to tell you what I'm talking about. We need to go in there and ask questions, hold them accountable, see how they act. Right now, these ladies in the library, they're actually really nice, but they're having to learn this the hard way because they still don't know. You feel me?
You see that?
I'm just trying to cover it up.
Congratulations, Banana Anna.
You're allowed to do that. I can try and
You
cover
can
it up.
create your own privacy, sir, if you want.
I'm going to try.
But you can't do it by violating my rights.
But you want to violate everybody else.
I'm not violating anybody's rights.
And you can just hold on
Blue
to
Steel.
the police compound.
What's that?
You can just hold on to the police compound.
I can just hold on?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to, but this gentleman keeps approaching me.
You can stop the camera till the police come around to clarify.
I would just ask again that we
200K.
I
Word.
would appreciate it if
I'm
you
just trying to cover him
away
up
from
so
me.
he doesn't have me on. So he's allowed to do this, but
So
I can't
please
walk
hold
over
on,
and try
hold
and
on
cover
with your
his-
camera.
So we are waiting for the police. What I would
So
recommend is
until the
hold on
police
with your
get
camera for now.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
You can stop your camera for now.
No, I'm not gonna
till
turn it
the
off,
police
ma'am.
come around.
I'm not
then
gonna turn it off, man.
for my rights to be able to do exactly what he's doing.
So security is trying to stop the man's freedom to adhere to this guy's feelings. That's the bottom fucking line. I could end this live stream now. I proved my point. These guys over here want to stop freedom
Watched a couple of your things and I was like, man, fuck this dude.
to adhere to feelings. Prove me fucking wrong. Let's debate. You won't debate. You want to know why? Because you already know that I won that fucking argument. Ain't no way around it. I got you in the fucking corner. You're stuck.
I'm like, listen.
You don't sugarcoat it, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to be all whatever. I'm gonna be me. So I was like, man, fuck this guy. But you know, after meeting him,
Yeah.
him and I talked. Law
Right.
maniacs. There may be
Possibility.
You never know.
there might be a little something there that
interaction.
we can maybe talk and just have some real conversation because I think he's open for
Some
it.
civil conversation.
Yes, I
And-
think he's open for it, and I know we are, and
Yeah.
I give the guy respect. But I definitely did ask the Dr. Phil people that we not be. I didn't know how the green rooms were set up. I didn't know if it was a could
Like a
join
one big room, yeah.
where we all.
Let me guess. For officer safety. Hell yeah. We keep winning this fucking argument. Officer safety. Yeah, keep us separated for officer safety. Look at these motherfuckers. They're big. Big old cowards.
had our little personal area, but it was in the same room. They said, no.
Dr. Phil, don't put us in the same hotel unless we can wear our bulletproof vests and carry our guns. Shit, is that how it went down? I think that's how that conversation went, folks.
You guys are in separate rooms.
Jersey Watcher.
And I think he wasn't even in the same hallway as me, so I'm not sure where they kept him. I don't know where they kept the attorney either. I knew Trey was next to me just because I could see the names on the doors.
Right.
But I did say, like, hey, look, I'm bringing my wife, so I really don't want to run into this dude. Like, I don't know, because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
You know, I know him from the.
And if you know anything about Tristan and Tristan's mouth,
yeah,
and he doesn't hold punches. He's his filter is about this big, and so I
could've
think
been bad.
I think if you'd have put him in the green room prior to the interaction.
What about cops? Get down, motherfucker! Actually, as a matter of fact, cops are under policy not to be unprofessional like that, right? We hear it all the time. Cops are rude, discourteous, all that shit, right? So what should happen if cops were forced to be courteous at all times? There'd be no more cops. There would be no more cops. Game over. That's why we can't have cops be professional at all times. We gotta let them be fuckers, right? We gotta give them umbrellas of protection like police unions, qualified immunity, internal investigations. We pay for their attorneys when they fuck up, and if for some reason, by miracle, we win a fucking lawsuit, it comes from the people, not the fucking cops. What more goddamn protection do you want? What the fuck are you crying about? What do you guys even got a channel for? You got everything you fucking want, including our money. Including our money. You got everything you want already. Now you want our freedom too? Well, you know what? Fuck you. You ain't taking our freedom, homie. I don't give a fuck what kind of sign you want to make. You gonna strong arm us to take away our freedom, my guy? Is that what you want? Say it so we can know, right?
Action. I think things could have got very.
It would have been bad.
Yeah.
I mean, because you
because of roid rage.
prescribed. I'm a doctor.
You know exactly about that, right? Let's get back to your guy over here.
Please turn off your camera for
What we're
now.
asking is that we don't escalate until the police arrive, and then we
We're
have
not
a civil
escalating.
conversation.
He's the one who's escalating.
My recommendation is for the time being, as he does not want to turn off his camera, to simply turn your back so that your face will not be on camera.
Well,
Funny.
I am not going to bow to these people like the rest of you are.
Hey, it was part of his propaganda, Josh. It was part of his propaganda. That's what they want the world to see. Look, guys, I'm a fucking hero, right? I'm a hero. I got a badge or something. You feel me? I got a badge. and a costume. That's what they want. They wanted people to see, look, man, I'm a hero. We are first responders. We are heroes. I took this job to make a difference. God damn it. Fucking liar. You took that job to fucking make some money, to have a career, to get a pension at the end of the day. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Allow him to do it. I'm not being rude. I'm not yelling. I'm not doing anything else like that.
Well,
I would just
I'm
ask
doing
that we
exactly
respect
what he
personal
did.
space for the time being, okay?
For the
Shop.
time
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, he's not respecting my personal thing at all for the time being, so I don't see why I should do that with him.
so that we won't
Okay.
distract.
I'm not right up in front of him. I'm not right up in his face right now. Right?
Can you please
You're
stop-
closer to him than I am.
Can you please stop your camera for me?
no, I'm not going to turn it off, Sam.
Alright.
I'm not going to turn it off, Sam.
Hey, Dr. Phil, get me on with donut operator and Officer Tatum. Get me on with them. I'll take me by myself. I'll take them all on at the same time. They won't be able to handle the proof and the patterns that I'll bring to the table. They wouldn't be able to handle that shit because I would drop facts. I would drop facts right on them. I would say something like that. I would start it off like this. Say, look, first of all, before we get started, let me ask everybody here on the fucking panel. Who knows the First Amendment of the Constitution? You first. You. Bam. By the time it gets to me, I'm the only motherfucker there that knows it. That's how you fucking win the argument. That's how you do that shit. And say, as a matter of fact, not any cop that I've asked knows it. None of them know it. Can you even begin to imagine how big of a problem that is? What the fuck are they out there enforcing if they don't know the rights of the people? And I challenge everyone in the audience and everyone watching today, I challenge you guys to look for a video online of a cop that knows the First Amendment or the oath that he's swearing to. You won't find it. Cop swearing an oath to the Constitution is the biggest hoax perpetrated on the American people since the inception of this country, since the beginning of this country, since the beginning of the Constitution. Nobody knows it. These cops don't know it. Challenge them. Own that shit. Control that shit. Because that's what cops are used to doing. Controlling the narrative. These mainstream channels, they control the narrative. Yeah, they probably would have fucking took that out. They probably would have took that out for sure. I've been told that I'm passionate about what I do. Oh. Yeah. They probably watch our channels, Accountability Angel. The ones that do know it, they watch our videos, trust me.
So you see here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a patron here at the library who is
Stopping
very
you from doing what
disturbed,
you're doing.
very disturbed at my presence.
Nice,
on
bro.
camera. And
So what's your address? You wouldn't mind me showing up to your address? You wouldn't mind me showing up to your house with a camera?
He approached
That's
me
right.
in my face.
That's right, Ginger Fox.
And,
Ginger Locks.
I'm not in your face.
and
You're the one
he
who-
continues
you
to
approached
harass me even though I've
everybody.
asked him to leave me
You approached
alone.
everybody in the library first. You got this on yourself.
Canada Cop Watch. That's right. Donnie.
I will post this policy in the video.
I'll tell you what, man. You guys out there in Canada, you guys really have each other's backs out there. I really like what I see with you guys. Shout out to all you guys out in Canada. You guys have a good amigo over here too. Hell yeah. I talk to most of you guys on the emails back and forth. So
Switch the YouTube channel.
much love to all you guys out there in Canada.
If you're, such a patriot and you're proud of what you're doing,
You'll find out, sir.
I'll find out. You don't want to tell me because you're a coward.
I don't need to tell you, sir.
What a patriot you are. Hey, listen to this guy. I hope you leave this on the video. You'll probably edit it out, of course, right? Me calling you a coward because you won't even say your name.
Thank you, Lucy.
I called
Where
you a
you
coward,
are.
sir. I think you called me a coward.
That's what I just said. I called you a coward. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, guys. I finally got my third thumbs down. 218 likes and 3 dislikes. Not bad. Thanks for that dislike. Glad to know you're here nonetheless. Learning. Whether you like it or not. The North American Free Trade Agreement of Auditors? What? What does that mean? I don't get it. John Eagle.
So
Crystal.
I guess we have a
Hell yeah.
standoff.
4 thumbs down. Can I get
Mexican
some more?
standoff here.
Not really. Can stand up.
I need more. Hey, put it back.
Using the laws to your discretion.
Back down to 3.
Here you go, sir. The policy has
Thank you
requested.
very much.
And again, I would just ask once again if we could please not
Somebody-
set the distance between the two.
Can somebody tell me that they don't watch my videos to hear me talk? Put it on mute, fool. Problem solved. Put it on mute. Right? Let's get back to my guys over here who want to end freedom.
Go ahead.
Prescribed. This was a very negative experience for Trey, the security guard,
Oh, yeah.
who I will say, we've talked about this in the past.
Yeah, he
it's
just-
bullshit because
doing his
Trey
job.
is not trained the same way we are.
Right.
And he's not held to the same standard that we
He
are.
works for Allied Universal, right?
Yeah, so picking on guys like that, I have a problem with.
Why? Why do you go out and put yourself in a position where you're going to try to get a civilian fired?
Right.
Like, he's not a law enforcement officer, so it's a completely different thing. The guy's out there trying to work. He's trying to do his job. And, of course, this guy, Josh is his name, right?
Yeah.
Josh puts him in a bad position, ends up, getting him in a little bit of trouble. And
What was it, John?
He's just trying to do his job. What is his job? To go hands-on, take the rights away of the people? You didn't elaborate on that much. You just said he's trying to do his job. Is his job to put hands on people who are not committing crimes? Right? Is that his job? Is that what police officer's job is? To do the same thing? Right? He was trolling me with the 4 thumbs down. You only got 3. And I went from... Come on, bro. That's funny, though.
It wasn't Josh.
it wasn't
Thank
Josh.
you.
I apologize.
It wasn't Josh.
It was Sean from Long Island Eye.
Yes, it was not.
We'll actually watch the video.
The office is closed.
It's not closed. It's not closed. It's not closed. We need to hold you accountable.
I want the door shut. I want it shut and I want it.
You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. Stop. Get off of me, man. Hey, get off of me.
Wait, is that the assault?
That was it.
That's the assault?
That's the assault.
This is what this Long Island audit guy got him in trouble for?
That's the assault. Here's the problem.
Wait, that's the assault? Come on, that's weak, bro. And did Sean?
Put
did
charges on.
That was gonna be my
Put
question.
charges.
So, what constitutes being assaulted? You know what I mean? They gotta punch you square in the face, knock you the fuck out, hit you with their flashlight. That's assault. You know what I mean? What constitutes assault? Are they really supposed to be doing that to the people, though? What if Sean was a 50-year-old lady, a 60-year-old lady? It's okay? Oh, it's not okay if he's a 50-year-old lady, but when he's a fucking... I don't know how much he weighs, but when he's a man, you know what I mean? It's okay to hit him because he's a man, right? But it's not okay to hit a little old granny or a kid, right? Well, it's okay to hit somebody if you don't like them. Is that what it is, my guys? It's okay to hit him if you don't like him. If he's not like you, right? If you don't lick your boots, it's alright to beat him up. I think that's what they're saying. Let's go back to what you guys are advocating for. The leader of the fraud or troll movement, the face
Perfectly
of that
happy to give him
movement.
space if he would do the same, man.
I don't see why I need to be
This
over here.
guy.
I'm not hurting him. Him being here isn't him saying him being here isn't hurting anybody else. We're not screaming and yelling.
Their job is to observe and report. Very fucking true.
Is he escalating
Damn
to
right.
anything physical? No. Am I escalating to anything
Teresa.
physical? No. We're okay here. This is exactly what he wants.
Well, I would suggest that he has been disorderly,
Now, are you
and
comfortable
I've been
with this
very
distance,
careful
sir?
with him at this distance. No, I wouldn't say I'm
Well, I'm not
comfortable.
comfortable with him in this building at all. In
I
that
understand where
distance.
you're coming
So guess
from,
what?
and we will try to resolve this
Well, then
dispute.
guess what? We'll have to wait for the cops to tell me what to do. Not
I
you,
understand,
unfortunately,
but
because
we
that's
would
what's
like
going
you
on.
to keep the distance.
Well, I'd like him to stop
Absolutely
doing it,
be
but it's not
pleased to
going to
keep
happen.
my distance from this gentleman.
But it's not going to happen.
Again, I would
But
like
he's
to
not
offer
going to allow
that
that.
outside would be a
I
better
would love to
option.
do that.
And it-
So, they want the guy to stop with his camera, but the lady's asking this guy to give the guy, respectable distance. Pretty much telling the guy she tells him, just go back to your seat, turn around, get away from the camera. And this motherfucker's like, nah, fuck no, it ain't gonna happen. So who's the one causing trouble? Like seriously, they should be reviewing this video. They only want to watch the videos that makes the people look bad, so that they can hopefully get rid of the First Amendment. Because I don't know what else these other two guys would be advocating for. I don't know what they would be advocating for if
That was gonna be my question.
Put charges on him.
He put charges on him for that.
Yeah, and then didn't show up to court, which I think is a fucking
How
horse shit
soft
move.
is he, bro?
And I heard in here,
Sean, you soft, man.
Well, I heard too that Sean was like, "Why, I didn't know when court date was. If you gave a fuck, you'd show up." That's the thing, and that's horse shit because you do have to give out a good address, or unless you just thought the cops that you were utilizing at that moment in order to do what you wanted them to do to fuck this guy's life up.
It's amazing how much he hates the police, but he'll use the police.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that the police don't go out of their way to fuck people's lives up all the time? You left that part out, huh? That's the important part that you left out. Cops fuck people's lives up all the goddamn time. All the time. Even when they arrest you. There was a video I saw the other day, right? It was a black dude standing up in court. And they had put false charges on him. And it came to find out that the cop planted drugs on him. They found that out. And they dropped the charges. But later on, they brought the same charges up on him again. Maybe it was some kind of bullshit thing in the paperwork. Somehow got mixed up or something. I don't know. That's the bullshit that they say or whatever. But the guy was fighting the same charges again. It had been a long time since the guy was found not guilty. He stood in front of the judge and he said, "Your Honor, that cop ruined my life. From that arrest, I've lost my job. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost everything. I've been doing my best to get my life back together. And I cannot believe that you guys actually brought this up again." That dude did his best to not cry. Homie was in dreads. I was like, that's fucked up. That cop that did that to that dude should be locked up. Like, for a long fucking time. And you expect people to just freely give up their rights, not question authority, never challenge authority, never go in there and ask questions, record and document. Because if you're not recording in government buildings, how the fuck is anybody gonna believe you over the government? Did you miss that fucking part, bro? You failed to fucking point that out, dudes. Come on, my guys. You want another beer? Here's another fucking beer, bro. Let's talk. Let's talk the truth here, guys. Because just because it's this guy over here that you don't, he's an undesirable. He doesn't matter. The undesirables don't matter. Their opinions and their thoughts and their freedom doesn't fucking matter. You're leaving all that shit out, fellas. Let's talk some truth here.
To get this poor guy in trouble, right? So no, that's all right. So Sean, the auditor, pushes charges on this poor guy, Trey. Trey's the security guard.
Yeah.
Right. Seems like a nice guy. He's just doing his job. And when I watched the video, he was following orders from his boss.
Yes, the boss told him.
Brad, come on, man. Why would you? That's what I'm doing. Why do you take pleasure in other people's pain? You may not agree with it. Sure, you have the right to film.
But you were so affected by it,
right,
that you needed this individual charged, and then you don't even have the decency to show up. And the big issue I have, Sean, and I'll tell you this to your face: you put this man's personal information out.
I didn't know that.
You had your
bro. You get arrested, your information is out there. When you work for the government and you violate people's rights, shouldn't your information be out there? When someone gets arrested, lawfully or unlawfully, whatever, it's public knowledge. Can't hide. That's why it's best to walk a straight line if you're going to hold government accountable, guys. They will put our shit out there. But cops do it. I grew up in a small town called Wasco, right? California. It was a small fucking town. Had its own local newspaper. Everybody that got arrested, their name came out in the newspaper. Fuck. San Joaquin, David, arrested for paraphernalia. Right? I was like, fuck. My name's out there. Everybody said, no, I got arrested with a weed pipe. But their names shouldn't be out there. I'm not saying let's go start doxing public officials. I'm just saying. Let's not be hypocrites, though, fellas.
Followers go after him.
Yeah.
And they showed up to court. The guy had to get he says he had to get a police escort in and out of the courtroom due to the number of supporters for Sean that were there.
Really?
But Sean didn't even have the decency to show up.
Wow. Sean's supporters showed up to give Trey a hard time. He's already this is what I'm talking about. He's already going through enough.
Yep.
Lost his job or got transferred or whatever happened to him. Obviously, it affected him in a very negative manner. He's been arrested. He's going to court.
Right.
He barely touched Sean. I mean, I watched that and I was waiting for the assault. That's why I thought there was more to it. That's the assault?
Was it? Assault, battery. I mean, they were calling
Come on, dude.
And
so now you got a whole...
Bro, so what you're saying is what auditors are doing is all bad, right? But this guy's okay because you're advocating to get rid of freedom for feelings.
Library. I would love to do that, but he's not doing that. So I'll just wait.
Just the face of the auditor hater movement.
Yep, that's fine. Like I said, I don't think he's going to physically do anything. I'm not going to physically do anything. That's not what he's about. I don't think he's about violence or anything like that. It's not what
This is the final boss, guys, of the frauditor troll community people. This is what they want. They want to get rid of freedom to... And let me just say this, okay? I don't agree with what everybody does. I don't agree with how they do it. I don't agree with what everybody does. I don't do shit certain ways. I do things my way. I try to be respectful. I try to fucking have an understanding and talk. Win them over, maybe. Gain a new sub. Fuck it. I could have probably been doing better just being a complete, total fucking douchebag. Probably been a million subs right now if I was fucking doing the belly dance and fucking twerking. I don't do that shit. I do things my way, right? Everybody could do things their way. If it's freedom, it's freedom. Whether I fucking like it or not, right? Are we going to stop freedom to adhere to people's feelings? Because at the end of the day, the final argument, right? The final argument is, how do we stop the frauditors from doing what they do, right? you're going to have to stop freedom for everyone. Is that what you really want? You want to stop freedom for feelings? This guy is what you get.
Do I look, ma'am, do I look like I would be a violent person?
I'm not going to comment on this.
Yeah, you can't. You're in a position of working right now, so I'll get that. But I don't. He doesn't seem like he's going to go violent. It's not what he's trying to do. Just I don't want to get violent. I'm just letting him have the same.
Trucking with Callahan. Good to see you, Mike.
Be in his face too. That's all. No, imagine if everyone else came. And everyone else came up and did the same thing I'm doing. Wow, that would really do something then.
All right, thank you, Oath Breakers Beware. I appreciate that. Maybe, I don't know. They get paid to shit on us, the people. I just think it's funny how auditors and First Amendment audits, it's unofficial. It's made out of thin air. But that alone has managed to create another community. A community of haters. That's powerful. That's extremely powerful. Hey, and I gotta agree, Doc. Cyber Doc, every larger movement has its infiltrators. I fucking agree. And that's why when people have asked me to join some kind of association, I call them cockamamie associations, join some kind of official type of thing, I'm like, nah, man, we already here. Call it a community or what? Or what, right? Call it a community, call it whatever the fuck you want. But we ain't under contract. We ain't under paper. We're unofficial. When you fuck up, it ain't what I do. When you do something stupid, that ain't what I did. You want to go do something stupid? Go ahead. If you're going to get arrested, go ahead. Good luck. That's not what I do. I do things my way. So don't try to group me into something that was never official to begin with. Ha! Right? That shit pisses a lot of people off. Goddamn fucking frauditors. Ugh, how do we stop them? I wake up every day. Which goddamn son of a bitch has been arrested? Right? Let's go back to these guys over here. See what the hell they're talking about.
You got a whole soy boy fan base that shows up and then gives this poor guy even more grief. He's going through enough. You realize that is he married? This
soy boy fan base, but this guy is not a soy boy.
Hi, Trey.
You guys
so he's
being
got
biased.
a family to feed, a family to support.
That was the thing too. He said that his daughters were ridiculed at school.
Come on, man.
He basically moved states.
Right.
I don't know if exactly he moved
that
states
shit.
because of all this. Hold on, special guest.
My dog. I don't know if you can see him in the camera angle, but here comes my dog. Hey, come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Come on. Hey. Don't make a fool of me. Pay attention. All right, listen, you can't be up here because we're doing a podcast.
We're a professional company.
Lick him in his mouth, yo, doggy. That dog fucking licked the guy in his mouth, and he said, ugh. And shook that shit off. Let's take another look.
Let me move. I'm really looking forward. Don't make a fool of me. Pay attention. All right, listen, you can't be up here because we're doing a podcast.
We're a professional company.
Let me move. I'm
he
really
smelled his
looking
breath.
forward to seeing the Dr. Phil show.
Man,
He smelled his breath, guys, and he said, fuck, I'm out of here. Oh! Oh! I seen a fucking Instagram video the other day where the dogs are laying by people's asses and they fart and they be doing some funny ass shit. They'll do the dance. This one fucking big dog was like, oh my God. The dog smelled the guy's breath and said, fuck that, I'm out of here. Holy shit, what the fuck was he eating? Something died in there. Fucking hell.
They stretched it. I think they're going to do 2 episodes.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Now, why do you say that?
Well, they told me they were.
Oh,
They said it went so well, they were going to stretch it to 2 episodes.
Ooh,
and then,
I'm psyched, bro.
And then, the Law Maniac over here, we got us a new feature too on the Merritt station, Merritt Street station. So, Merritt Street Media.
Merritt Street Media,
That's the company that Dr. Phil is starting out there in Texas. And honestly, the thing I can tell you is it was a fantastic experience. I think we had some very honest conversations. I really do believe.
Brian Young is corrupt as fuck. Why do you say that? I've had a couple other people say that to me, but I really don't know if that's true. Let me know if you guys have anything, because I don't really know.
That, and I think there's some more conversation to be had with Josh. I really do. I think bringing him on, he seems like the type of guy you could probably have that conversation with.
That it wouldn't get unhinged like some of these other guys.
Yeah, no,
because I watched this thing that Sean did. Yeah, this interview that Sean did with Trey and Sean from from Long Island dipshit, and that guy.
Hey, for real though, now he's giggling at his own joke. Long Island, why you gotta call him a dipshit though? Why? What's with the derogatory terminology, right? Oh shit, you were just crying about these guys not being professional. But did you just lower yourself? Damn, homie. Damn. True colors. True colors. How's he do it like this?
The Sean guy, he sits there and he ridicules this guy Trey, regardless, knowing that he screwed his life up. I'm watching him, and you can't have a civil conversation with him. He's got that smug look on his face.
Well, and I think
Sean didn't screw his life up. The guy screwed his life up when he applied for that job, when he gave up his freedoms for some privileges, right? Because it's a double talker. Like Brian. Someone was just saying that in his live stream. I never see Long Island audits in any other chats. I can get Long Island audits in my chat right now. All I have to do is talk shit about them. I ain't gonna do that though. I ain't gotta. These guys are already talking shit about Sean. I'm actually defending Sean right now because I think these guys are full of shit. Seriously. Right?
He kind of knows. And honestly, he thinks he's in the right.
You guys go tell him I'm defending him. Shit, get him in here. He's always in here when I'm mad and shit, when I'm talking shit. But let's get him in here right now. Let's back each other up, bro. Right? What? Come on now.
Right.
Well, he does.
So when he believes that, which I got a problem with.
What kind of parenting was involved in raising somebody to hurt others for a living?
I really have.
Am I wrong thinking that?
No, but I really have an issue with the way he.
Hey, nah, seriously. Anybody want to come up? Sean, delete laws. Let's go. Let's talk shit. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Right?
Handled everything, and then they I think they caught Trey in that thing slipping up a couple times on just some because Trey's emotions were 10 times higher than everybody else's. Because
let's go back to the leader of your movement. The two guys that we were just watching, this right here is what they want, guys. They want to end freedom, to adhere to feelings.
I appreciate the information, but I'm getting kind of tired of waiting for the police.
I think they have arrived. That's just what that security has told me. So they should be here momentarily. Okay.
I'll give it a couple more minutes.
I don't think Chili would want to go on here with me because
Finish my tour of the building.
I'd ask him some questions. not to fight or to argue, but I would just ask him some questions, things that people have brought to my attention, stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm not talking shit about Brian, Canamaniac. It's not me. No. I just read a comment, actually. Me and Brian talk all the time, as a matter of fact.
Good day, officers.
How are you, sir?
Hello. Not too happy. I want that video to leave. I don't see why any don't. Should be on that guy's video. There's kids on it too.
We'll talk.
Who knows what they'll do about it?
We'll talk with him. Where are you at right here? Okay. We'll chat with him. We'll come talk.
Don't be trying to go live around me, Midwest. You tripping, homie. Because we'll all be live. Haha. Shit, hijack for a show.
Am I gonna be able to see him do it? Because I've heard you guys tell me things have been deleted before.
Well, I'll be transparent with you. You're in a public place. We can't stop it.
This is public right here.
That's right.
This is public.
Yeah.
Not out there. This is
What about Direct D? Oh no, I let him borrow $3,000 and I never heard from him again. That sucks.
The city hall and here is public.
Traditional public forum, sir.
Well, then I'm allowed to put this up.
Heck yeah.
100% you can. I would just ask that you allow us.
Yeah,
to
I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that was okay with it.
For sure. Yeah. You're able to do that. How you doing?
Great. How are you guys doing? Can you guys please identify yourselves for me?
Yes, sir.
Officer Taliano?
Taliano. Yep. Badge number 9750.
Thank you so much, sir. Ma'am?
Welsh, WELSH 9742.
Wonderful. Thank you for being professional.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir.
You know why we got called?
I think you're here because they have a policy that says I can't film. However, respectfully, I would argue that their policies cannot override the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 2B, specifically freedom of the press and other media. I have not approached anyone here, sir. When I came in, I stayed right by the door. I was looking at these public displays. They approached me. I've not been asked to leave. I've been asked to turn my camera off several times, which I politely declined. Okay, so, and then at some point, that gentleman who was over there somewhere got up, approached me in a very aggressive manner, and made very gesticular, very, I don't know how to put it, but he was aggressive enough that he put me in a little bit of fear for my safety. He got very close to me. He was very animated. He's pointing at me. He didn't jab me or anything like that, but he was pointing at me. Now, I'm not interested in pressing any charges against him or anything like that. I understand a lot of people don't know what our charter rights, and they don't understand them. And so I tried to explain to him he's not hearing it. Then basically he's backed me into this corner here, holding this book up, getting very close to me and whatnot. I just, like I said, I didn't feel safe at that
Damn, there's sirens outside.
point. Now, I'm not here to film anyone in particular. I've never been to this library before. I just found out it existed in this building when I came to look at the City Hall.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, wow, it'd be nice to see what's available. When I got to the back, they have a huge genealogy section. Most of it's in French. And although my French is pretty poor, considering this town is like, about 50% French population. And I am a French person myself. I was born in Sudbury to French parents and grandparents. The first language I spoke up until I was about 5 was French. But then my family moved to Hamilton, and there wasn't much call for French there.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you kind of lose it a bit.
Yeah, but I'm not here with any ill will or any ill intent. I'm just a tourist.
Yeah. So, I mean, absolutely. And I think, obviously, you understand your rights, and we do as well.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you're in a public place.
Well, I hope you do, because things could turn out bad if you don't.
So we've explained, right? So, obviously, you're entitled to film people, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just important for you to appreciate. I mean,
like I said, I wasn't interested in filming any people. The only people that I put on film purposefully were people that approached me.
Yeah.
For example, the security guards. This woman here was the first one when I was upstairs. This woman here has been very, very cordial. Everybody.
Good.
The manager, I assume it was the manager here that was standing here earlier. She's been very, very nice. She gave me some information with regards to their policies, which I appreciate, so I can study them and make sure that I'm not afoul of them. But at the end of the day, their policies cannot violate my charter rights.
No, and I agree with you, right? But so I think we got to look at it two ways. So there's lawful and then there's reasonable. So obviously it sounds to me like, just based on talking to that gentleman for a couple minutes,
There's lawful and there's reasonable, right? That's what he's saying. So you're a reasonable enforcer or law enforcement officer? Because it sounds like you're a bullshitter.
kids in here, maybe he's here with his kid. I think you can understand just as a human that somebody filming.
Have you ever been to Taliano? Have you ever? Right? I mean, your logic makes absolutely no sense right now.
That could be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, and as I said, I'm not interested in children or the patrons. And the staff I have a right to film. Our versus Xerafinitis says that we have a right to film public officials in the course of their duty, and that's all I was doing. Now they didn't like it, and I didn't because
moderators mount up. Niagara accountability. If my moderators can grab that channel link. SGV deserves 2 million subs. Oh, stop. Stop it. That shit would be cool. I was thinking about doing a giveaway for my 1,000,000 subs. I asked my wife, man, should I give away my 72 El Camino? Worth at least 20K? At least? That's what I've been offered for it. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'll give something away. I gotta do some kind of giveaway and shit, but I don't know. Let's go back to see what these guys are talking about before we find out if this cop's gonna violate his rights or not.
Because this happened to Trey.
It happened to him.
It did not happen. Like, that's how you can tell what happened was traumatic to one individual and not to another.
Because you're a victim.
Based on what exactly happens afterward when you have to relive that account.
Right.
And Trey is very heightened emotionally every time. Every single time he talks about it. And the Long Island guy, he's not heightened at all because this is what he does.
This is what he does. He hurts.
You make your money that way.
He
And
hurts
you know
people.
what? Yes. Is it legal, people?
It's legal.
Yes.
It's legal to be a
Is it
douchebag.
moral to treat individuals that way? No.
Depends on who raised you.
Well,
is it moral to treat people like pieces of shit? Because that's how fucking cops are treating people all the fucking time. Right?
you don't have to. You just don't have. Just because you can doesn't mean you have to.
That's right.
I teach my kids that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why some of these guys don't get that.
That's
Cops
one of
do.
the things that at our agency, our training division, for years has been harping on that. Like I hear that constantly from our training division. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And you know, listen. You're not going to change guys like Sean because this is how he makes his money, and he makes too much money to be a douchebag. So you can't sit there. Oh, if Sean was automatically nice.
Could you say the same thing about cops? Right? They make money. They make tax dollars. Right? They don't want to do anything else because it's all they know how to do. They want to be on YouTube now. They want to be on YouTube and make money. They're jealous. Tell me these fucking guys right here are not jealous of Sean. These motherfuckers right here, their ass hurts to see Sean where he's at. If these guys knew how much I already made on YouTube, they would fucking shit their pants right now. Right? If they knew exactly how much Sean made on YouTube, they would shit their pants right now. They'd be mad as fuck. I get it. You signed up, and now many departments don't allow you guys to be in the private sector and do this kind of shit, right? I'm thinking that's why they don't want their departments being on blast, because then their policy might stipulate that they can't be doing this shit, right? It's possible. I don't know if any one of you guys want to look into that, but it's possible, right?
People, he went out there and and respected filmed them and then was nice to them about it and didn't create a problem. He would lose money.
That's what I harp on, and I harped on it on the show a little bit.
Right.
Best fucking comment yet. Auditors are independent. Some might be obnoxious, but cops are the ones who kill people.
The education part, and they say, to Josh's credit, he says that he does give credit where credit is due. However, when you call people pieces of shit and you do this and you kind of bait them in, it's like, listen, like I said on the show, the easiest fight or the safest way to pick a fight is to try to pick a fight with a cop who's working.
Why is that?
Because I can't fly off the handle. I can't.
We got a family.
Oh, really? Same thing. Cops pick fights with people all the time because they got a gun and a badge, and the people are fucking helpless, right? Defenseless, right? What about that, my guy? Cops are we really out there picking a fight with a fucking cop who has a gun and all we have is a camera? Are we really out there picking fights? Or are we highlighting cops picking fights with the people? Because a lot of times we catch that on video. Right? I don't hear you guys talking about that. I don't hear them mentioning that shit because it doesn't fit their narrative.
Control. Right. I can't. If I do that, my livelihood is gone.
That's it. You can't feed your family, can't feed your wife, your kids.
Listen,
none of that. And that's the thing with these guys. It's very easy to pick on people like us because they know we're not going to fight them back. We're not going to lose our job.
When you go into a government agency or you go into a government building,
these guys just want to gargle each other's mayonnaise. Oh fuck! You guys are hilarious.
It's the safest place to go and the safest place to do these things. What did I tell you? And Josh, I mean it now. And if you watch this, I say because
if auditors pick the safest places to go, why do cops walk up with their guns on misdemeanor traffic infractions?
Listen, you're bigger than we are. But if you watch this, I don't ever see any of these First Amendment guys at Sturgis throwing cameras in people's faces. I said this on the show.
What would happen?
They leave it in there. Bro, they would.
Neither you guys. I wouldn't see you guys, one cop without his gun and a badge, behaving the way he behaves out there in public with the people. I wouldn't see a cop going in there in Sturgis and acting a damn fool. He would probably get his ass beat first than the guy with the camera. A cop and a guy with the camera, a cop in uniform with no gun, maybe even a gun, fuck it, with his gun, and a guy with the camera, they both walk into Sturgis. Who the fuck is getting their ass kicked first? Right? Probably both, but who knows? I'm just saying. Cops will fucking get their ass beat too. Right or wrong? Shit.
Beat the fuck out of them.
A couple of 1%ers just beat them down. They wouldn't do that.
Got guys who don't give a fuck about going to jail.
They don't care about going to jail.
I can go to jail. The most I can go for is a year. Oh shit! I just did.
Yeah, but you guys, I don't see you guys. All the muscles and everything, all that fat and muscles. And I'm not trying to fat shame the guy. I'm just saying these are big dudes right here, right? These are big dudes, right? I don't see them going anywhere without their gun. They don't leave the gun in the car when they don't even go order from damn Starbucks without their gun. They're that much big cowards, right? They won't even go to fucking Starbucks without their gun. Some of these idiots even leave their guns in the restroom at Starbucks. Huh. I wish I could make this up. Fucking cowards. The biggest cowards in America today have to be cops. That's why it's always crying about officer safety, officer safety. You never hear a cop saying, oh shit, I can't wait to put my life on the line to save someone today. Fuck no. It's always, I just want to go home at the end of the day. That's all we hear. Prove me wrong. Right? Sure, there's cops that go out there and do a job and put themselves on the line and fucking arrest criminals, mostly detectives, not road pirates, right? But you guys get rewarded. You guys get paid for that. Oh, you want to be coddled. Oh, I see. You want to be coddled and praised as well. You want to be held like a fucking baby. Rock my baby on the treetop. Big old boys right here want to be coddled. They want to be perceived as heroes. It's no wonder we have such a large following. It's no wonder Long Island Audits has 1 million subs. It's no wonder fucking... even the small auditing channels now, a small auditing channel can have 24,000 subs. When I first came about, the biggest channel had 24,000 subs. Where the fuck are we at now? Where are we at now? 1 million subs. Lackluster's got 2 million subs, I think. Right? 500,000 subs right here. We ain't doing bad, folks. Right? We're teaching people. People are picking this up. People want their freedom. People really appreciate their freedom. Right? These guys believe only a certain class or a certain type should have freedom.
And it wouldn't be a security guard shove.
Oh,
it would be a beat down, and they know that.
Like that. And you know the problem, not the problem, but the thing is, it's kind of sad. Society enjoys watching car wrecks, train wrecks. You know, they like seeing people screw up.
They really do.
And it's sad. There's a certain sect of community that loves that part, and it's sad. It's just, it's horrible, and it's
you know, it's the reason. It's the reason why when you watch these police interaction videos, the negative interactions, or the ones that are even the ones that are even perceived to be negative, they don't like the positive. The negative gets all the attention. They get the views, right, and that's what gets the media going. You know, there's so much positive interaction between law enforcement and the community that you'll just never see because the news cycle YouTube is not inundated with, and it's boring. We're gonna have to end this. We're running out of time.
Yes, but I did not see anybody purposely boo Josh. The crowd was definitely against him, and I heard some stuff he said where the crowd, had...
So these guys are happy because the crowd is against freedom. All right, I see where you guys are going with this. So you want to end freedom so that we can adhere to guys like this.
Because she asked me not to, I didn't start focusing on her or anything like that. I wasn't trying to push the issue. I went on with what I was doing. I wanted to ask her a question, but she refused to answer. Okay. I wanted to ask her how, about the process of getting a library card, because I've never been here before, so I'm interested.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been any feedback relayed to us that you've been anything other than
I've been,
no shit, right, Cyberdog?
Very, very conspicuously cordial,
again,
sir.
And so we appreciate that, and obviously we hope to meet you at
if
that
you look at me,
I'm
old and fat and sick. Yeah. I'm not a threat to anybody.
No, like I said, nobody's really articulated to me that you are, so I don't have that concern. You're speaking to me calmly. We're good, right?
Yeah. I can offer up a solution to this situation.
Sure.
I do not want it to appear that your arrival is forcing me out of this building. So what I would suggest is if you leave and leave me alone, I will be here another 2 or 3 minutes, finish my filming, and then I will be on my way.
Okay. I'm just going to talk to that gentleman quickly. Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll see there's a difference in demeanor.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate you're willing to work with us, and again, clarified, I understand what you're doing is lawful, you're entitled to do it, so we have no issue with that. Obviously, we get the call, we respond, right? And our job is to assess, has anybody broken the law here? And in this case, you haven't.
I've been very careful not to, sir. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Sure, and everybody's articulated that you've been calm, you've been cordial. It's just oftentimes, I think, just human nature is when somebody's recording you, that film could end up somewhere. I mean, it makes people uncomfortable.
Well, it's likely it's going to end up on the internet now because of the experience that I've had while I'm here. Up until I got into this building, this part of the building, everyone other than the one security lady over there have been very, very nice and very cordial. Now, some of them, I could tell they didn't want to be on camera, and they would, if they're at their workstation and they saw me, they would wander away, and that's their right to do that. I don't have an issue with that. One lady, I tried to ask her a question, and she just ignored me and walked away. I thought that was a little rude, but I mean, I'm not in control of what she does.
It's like I said, so we're police officers. People film us every day.
Absolutely. Do you guys have cameras? No, they don't have cameras for you guys?
No, coming in the near future, I believe.
Because I think that's one of the best things you can have. These are not that expensive.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
And this will record for like up to 18 hours on a single charge.
Good. Yeah, like I said, I think, again, it's lawful and reasonable, right? So when it comes to the public employees, I think, like you said, right, they don't have to speak with you. They have the ability to walk away. I think.
Honestly, though, isn't that something you could be telling them? You don't have to sit there and fucking tell the person who already knows the law and already knows what he can and cannot do. You ain't gotta tell me, bro. Go tell them. These motherfuckers are the ones that called you. They're the ones that don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Shoo. Right?
It's human nature sometimes knowing that I don't know who you are and I don't know what you're going to do with the footage can make me
email me, bro.
That said,
recordpolicenow@gmail.com.
Our threshold for that is much different than a regular citizen who expects to come here with their child and have a
absolutely. If people don't approach the camera, they won't be on the camera other than in maybe a background passing kind of thing.
Fair enough. I'll go. Oh, did he? Okay. All right, sir. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to talk to you guys.
All right.
Appreciate your professionalism.
Care, okay? All right.
Did they talk to the other guy or what? Where's the final boss? The leader of the fraudulent troll community.
Yeah, for sure. No problem at all. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Do you need anything else from us? I don't think so. Okay. Do you have the incident? Yes. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, no problem at all. Take care. Take care.
Thank you very much, officers.
Sir, take care.
Hell yeah. Boss level. Hell yeah, moderators. Put this guy's channel up. If you can.
Police officers
Niagara accountability.
Very, very professional. They upheld my charter rights. They did not try to identify me. They did not try to force me to leave. Very much appreciated. So very, very professional. I got to give kudos to those officers. I don't know what else to say. We're going to wait a couple minutes. The officers have left. We're going to wait a couple more minutes and
hell yeah, bro.
Make sure that no one thinks that the officers pushed me out.
Hell yeah, bro.
And then we're going to be heading back upstairs.
Hell yeah. Out fucking standing. You guys definitely go subscribe to his channel.
Thank you for being so very professional.
See?
Man.
Look at that
very
shit.
Much appreciate that.
My name's Julianne.
Julianne.
Wow.
Julianne, you're going to look good.
Have a great day, sir, and I hope you have a nice weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Bye now.
She was nice the whole time, but there was some times where she was trying to kind of stop this guy from recording. You know, trying to tell him turn it off and maybe de-escalate, yada, yada, yada. He handled it perfectly, and she did as well. So, in reality, and I wasn't perfect from her. I'm lying. She did, like I said, she did try to stop him, but She was nice, and she came back and shook his hand afterwards. She didn't show that she was all butthurt. She didn't go there. Her ass was all hurting, all mad. Stayed mad. She didn't stay mad. She didn't stay butthurt. Hey, it is what it is, right? But that other guy, I want to know what happened to the other guy. The fuck? Where'd that big old crybaby go? He fucking disappeared. He disappeared, guys. Poof. In the thin air.
I think point has been proven.
Damn.
We're going to leave now.
So the attempt to stop freedom in its tracks went nowhere. Hit that shit the fuck out of the park. Their attempt to stop freedom has ended.
Get out of here.
Oh,
This is what this.
their video already finished too. We're done here, guys.
YouTube.
We are done here.
Bye now.
Hell yeah, bro. Ha ha. Not even security knows. That was a masterful audit. That was just as good as Long Island audits, wouldn't you say? Long Island audits is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's like one of the best to ever do this, right? One of the best, or the best. Is this guy's not audit? This is the best I've ever seen right here. The best of the best of the best. Nah, actually, it's really good though. All bullshit aside, this guy was professional. He didn't raise his voice. He was respectful. He didn't have to act like a jackass to nobody. He didn't egg nobody on. Motherfuckers got triggered on their own, right? This guy got triggered on. This is a perfect audit right here. Outstanding. It's not even an audit, man. Fuck, not some of you motherfuckers are turning in your chairs, and you know what I mean. Probably in the future you'll be turning in your graves. There's no such thing as an audit. Oh, mommy, auditors don't exist. Oh. Fuck yeah. SJVT, you are the best. Bad is the best. Bay Area transparency. You see, everybody has their own opinions on who's the best, right? I'll say this much. I don't think I'm the best to ever do it. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm an asshole. Sometimes I lose my shit. But other than that, New Jersey Watcher in the house. Moderator. Man, I love you guys. We're done here. I don't know what else to say. I smell food. I think my wife's cooking. Maybe I'll go eat. You guys don't want to hang out with me while I eat, do you? Just kidding. Anyhow, thank you guys, man. Go subscribe, man. This guy did a fucking outstanding job. And those other two guys, I don't know what to say, man. You guys go subscribe. Niagara, Accountability. And if you guys want to subscribe, since we shared their video, let's be fair. Their channel's
What
called
this Long Island audit guy?
This Long Island audits guy. If I say one bad thing about Long Island audits, I got 1,000 motherfuckers in here talking shit. Where you guys at? I want to see you guys in this comment section. Over there. The Law Maniac channel. Well, you got one thing right. You guys are fucking maniacs. Maniacal. Egotistical. Right? Privileged. Fearful of the people. You're trained to fear. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm talking to you knuckleheads. The Law Maniacs. Right? I work. There was a cop that a while back the trolls gave my address to the police department. I don't even think it was trolls. I think it was people from this community, unofficial community, that knew where I lived, and they were sending cops to my house. And one of the cops that came over, they were just kind of being smart ass. Actually, the female wasn't being a smart ass. It was the male. And so I told him, man, quit coming to my fucking house looking for people that don't live here. I get it. They get a call, they gotta go. So I was like, what's your name and badge numbers? And they just turned around and walked away. And I was like, what's your fucking name and badge numbers? Hey, sweetheart. And she turns around and she says, I ain't your sweetheart. I was like, haha. But she gave her name and badge number. I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? She ended up working with me. She's writing a book about the police department here. And in the first chapter, I read the first chapter, and it talks about some crazy shit that went down. For instance, a female cop in a department is expected to sleep around. And when you don't, you're going to find yourself working late at night, dangerous areas, people treating you like shit, making you go into dangerous situations first, yada, yada, yada. It is fucking endless. The games that cops play when you don't join their fucking club. And you two guys, let me tell you something else about another cop, all right? Another cop that I spoke to who started a YouTube channel. I used to speak to him all the time. One day I spoke to him for like 9 hours on the phone because I wanted to pick his brain and I wanted to know what it was like in law enforcement. In those 9 hours, this guy laughed, this guy cried. His channel name was Flojo. He used to comment with Flojo. He was a cop in the New Jersey area. And in the phone conversations that we had, he used to tell me what it was like. Now, I know that it's not like this for all cops, but to fucking pretend that it's not happening, to ignore it, that's dangerous, right? This cop used to tell me, man, once I became a part of the club, I used to go drink after work with these guys. I started hanging out with them. And next you know, I started getting with a badge bunny. You two know what a badge bunny is, right? And I started cheating on my wife. And then this girl clinged to me, acted like she loved me. And when it came down to it, after my family separated and I lost my family and wife, she moved on to another cop that looked just like me. Another buff cop with tattoos. She was sleeping around with all the buff cops with tattoos. But I found love with her. I left my wife and my kids. My father died hating who I became. And he was crying at that point. David. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to this guy and I feel bad for him. I fucking feel bad for this guy, right? This guy told me what it was like when he joined that club. He became a part of that club. He regrets becoming the person that he still is today. He still is that person today. He said, I fight it within myself to change. I still find myself doing fucked up shit. I'm like, damn. Wow, bro. I don't know what to say other than thank you for sharing that, because hopefully in the future we can tell cops what will become of them sooner or later. And there's another cop that I'll tell you guys about. These two guys right here. We'll talk about another cop. He goes by Abaya Israel from We the People University YouTube channel. And he also wrote a book. I have that book. I fucking read it in one day. What's up, Ralph, Wallace, everybody? Thank you guys for being here. And in that book, the stories were similar. He didn't join their club. He didn't join their fucking... to do what they were doing. He too quickly found himself in dangerous positions. Shit like that. And he talks about what they wanted him to become. But you know what? Law Maniac and your other maniacal twin. He still has his family. He still spends quality time with his family. He now he does YouTube full time, I think. Does very well. Deservingly. Because he quit that. He didn't want to become a part of what you guys are. Now I know many cops have good intentions. They want to create change like these guys said. Ah, that's great. It's not going to happen the way you want it to. Seriously. Oh, you guys want to hear some shit? I have a comic book coming out. And this comic book is done by a dude who does comics, right? I'm paying a lot of fucking money for this, as a matter of fact. I have 2 editions almost ready. And I think I'm going to do like 100 of them, first edition. I think it'll be like $15 each. If they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. But I'll let you guys know when they're out. Comic book coming soon. Yeah. And they're going to be from videos, actually. What's crazy is each comic book is going to have that QR code that's going to link back to the original video that the comic is from. How fucking cool is that, huh? Hell yeah. We got some smart motherfuckers thinking of what we can add to it, how to do it, type shit. But it just basically teaches people their rights, and these guys maybe don't get it. I don't know if these two would know I would embarrass the fuck out of them because I would have asked them if they would have known the First Amendment. I bet you these 2 guys, as soon as they watch this video, they're going to be like this. What is the First Amendment of the Constitution, Google? Guaranteed. Anyways, thank you guys, man. I got to go take a leak and see what the wife is cooking because I smell something. But anyways, much love to you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.